Okay, welcome back. Last one of the day for King Cobra. We've just done one of the drivers, the F6. This is now the F6 Plus, so slightly more adjustability, aimed at the lower handicapper. Self the average golfer, Joey the tweet. I'm running out of energy, so starting to wilt. Hopefully you can not see that in my performance. Let's get set up, let's go and hit some more balls and see how the F6 Plus performs with the average golfer. Right, we are good to go. F6 Plus from King Cobra. Very much from the, if you've just watched our previous video of the F6, then you will know that from the top edge, the crown, so from behind the ball, looks identical. There is, as far as I can see anyway, no changes whatsoever visually. What they have done is underneath, where with the F6 you had the change in the weight from front to back in terms of low spin or optimum launch trajectory options in terms of being able to switch those weights around. That's there's a lot more options in the F6 Plus, so it's all about dialing in your exact requirements. There are, as I understand, 5 settings in which you can move this weight across the bottom of the club face to really optimize the club head for your swing type. So a lot more adjustability, same as ever in the actual loft. That can be adjusted as usual, but it's this smart pad technology, as they call it, which allows you to make all those changes in terms of the weight distribution. Now then, as I said, looks identical, very classy looking club. We've got it in this high gloss finish and it certainly looks the part at address. I like the look of it. If you've seen with most Cobra products, I mean, it's another top-end quality manufacturer, so you're expecting a nice finish, and it's again about personal preferences in terms of visuals. I like the look of this club, and as I say, sits nice behind the ball. Right, Joe, are we set up? Right, let's see what it does in terms of performance. That's a nice start. Nice start, and I've broke the tee. So what did that do in terms of numbers, Joe? 250. So not a bad start. Again, if you know my numbers, I'm not overly long in terms of driver distance. So that's a nice steady start. Felt good. How do we do in terms of line? Where are we? Just slightly right to left shot, but that felt good. Let's see if we can get another decent one. Oh, that's nice as well. First 2 shots, I mean, again, I always say this, felt really nice out of the club face, and that's the first thing. I mean, obviously, all the drivers, let's say, we've reviewed so far, there's nothing really bad amongst them. You're getting about personal preferences, what suits your swing type. But what I will say is that this idea this year about being able to spread the sort of the help, if you like, across the club face, that's been apparent with virtually every club we've tested, and that certainly felt as though that one fired out. What did it do, Joe? 246. So again, similar numbers in terms of the first drive. Felt really nice indeed. So let's see if we've got a 250, have we?
Yeah, we've got one.
We need to, that's our target figure. Let's see if we can get a bit better. A bit slightly across that one, big powerful launch. I've got this set up at 10.5. Interesting to see what the spin rate is, because it probably needs lowering a little bit in terms of the setup. What's that done? So 239, and to be fair, again, that relayed true into the figures because that wasn't anywhere near as good of a strike. What was the spin on it, Joe?
2.5.
2.5, so spin was okay, but what was the launch? So 16, yeah. So it was high. And we are, like I said, that certainly rang true in terms of what we've seen out there. That was too high in terms of ball flight. So, another one. Oh, it's a nice ball. That's a nice ball again. Be interesting to see what that records. Certainly felt nice. Got a bit of water on the ball. I'm always conscious of this. We're always sort of drying these balls off, making sure that we're not testing, unfortunately, with brand new Pro V1s, which would no doubt be getting us a bit of help in terms of making sure the accuracy of the numbers are right. These are few wet balls and
252.
252, so yeah, that certainly again rang true. So
Spill rate was low as well.
was it? What was that?
2-1.
So that was good. And what do we get the loft at? Still high?
14.
14, so not bad, was it? I mean, overall, like I said, it's an impressive golf club, I have to say. Let's try one more. Oh, again, that is so nice. That has flew out. Really, really impressed. Again, I've said it a lot. I mean, there's been very few drivers that you could be. It's hard to be critical nowadays because the technology and science behind these golf clubs is really making sure that, you know, from right the way, I'm going to talk about the average golfer. We're getting plenty of assistance nowadays to help us get around that golf course. The biggest thing has been it's assistance with off-centre hits, so your bad shots. And I think that's where, for me, in the last couple of years, there's been massive changes. And again, in 2016, that's no different. There are big helps across the club face. What did that do, Joe?
239.
239, that was surprises me a bit again because it felt really good. So, have we got 5 in, or are we going to go for one more? That's always that fatal mistake, Joe.
Yeah.
One more always goes downhill. Now, as ever, we'll carry on testing 20 shots, give you a bit more of a realistic cross-section in terms of data, and give the club a fairer chance to perform across a number of shots. As I always say, 5 shots on camera is not easy. That's not for me. Slightly across that one, but again, yet again, that wasn't the best swing. Let's see what it says in terms of figures, but again, plenty of help firing out there in terms of airborne. It is too lofted for me, there's no doubt. 230, so reflected in the number there. But again, that ball flight certainly needs, what was the launch on there?
17.
So yeah, way too high. So some tweaks needed yet again in terms of setup. So that's what you'll do when you go and try it out. Make sure whatever you do, and I say it on every video we do, get custom fit, because there is so much adjustability now in a golf club that you must make sure that you get the best out of it for you. Right, hope you enjoyed that one. We're pretty much finished here on King Cobra Day. That was the last one of the day. Gotta say, the range gets a complete thumbs up from us, but that doesn't really matter. It's all about what you think. So get out there, get trying them yourselves, and then we'll see you back very, very soon on Upload TV.